Hello there, folks, and welcome to another edition of Friday Night LAIKA. This is, I think, our 14th edition of Friday Night LAIKA, and today we're going to be working with a brain trained on Katherine Mansfield's collection of short stories called The Garden Party. And if you want to know more about Katherine Mansfield, she was a really ahead of her time writer. She died 100 years ago now, but the stuff that she wrote still feels really fresh, really vibrant, really bright, and it's amazing. Hello, Katherine. Hello, welcome to the Katherine Mansfield, which is, I was just thinking, it's like very close to your name. We even got the M. It's like, okay. But poor Katherine Mansfield, she was the only writer that Virginia Woolf ever said she was jealous of the writing of another writer, and that was Katherine Mansfield. She wrote loads of stories. She had a really strange and roller coaster life all over the place. And she died very young. She was only 34, and she died of tuberculosis. But she left behind a really great body of work, and we have trained a little brain on her garden party story. Hello, Lindsay. Nice to see you here too. Please do participate, have ideas, let us know what's what while you're playing, while you're here. So before we get started with our Katherine Mansfield story, I have two things to chat about. The first one is having a look at our user testing workshops. So here in Copenhagen, we're doing live user testing workshops on February the 2nd and February the 16th from 4 to 6 o'clock, and then going out for some LAIKA bought beers afterwards. And it's going to be super nice and fun and chill time. So if you're in Copenhagen or know anyone in Copenhagen who might like to be involved, send them our way. You can just go to alphashar.com and on my events page, you'll see them there. So definitely please come and join us. We have almost full for the first session and half full for the second, so it's filling up. Okay, and then the next thing I wanted to tell you about is back at LAIKA Towers, writewithlaika.com, and we have a few updates to the product actually. So first off, we even have, if I log out, we can even have a look. We can have a look at the new website, because the new website has a lot more stuff now where we actually talk about what it does, have some quotes from our amazing users, have a little look at all the different features that we have and how those work, a little showcase of things, even a little step-by-step, 3-step process for how to get into things. So we're also looking for, like, if anyone from a game studio is interested in working with us, then we are ready for that too. And we also got our beautiful little LAIKA postage stamp down there. Okay, but that's just it. I'm just very proud of our new website because Mar did such a beautiful job on it. And now we're going to log in back into LAIKA and show you what's new inside, under the hood in LAIKA. So the first thing you'll notice if you're used to using LAIKA or have used it before is that the page is now beautifully centered instead of being offset with the big buttons here on the side as menus. All of the menus have been brought in line to the page. And we also have this little getting started text, so people who are joining for the first time can be welcomed and know exactly what they have to do without going through any kind of strange tooltip scenarios. So I'm going to just delete this because we know what we're doing here at Friday Night LAIKA, and just show you a few of the other things that are new before we start writing. So here we have the brain library. So you might remember before we just had a pure drop-down menu, but now we have a collection of brains. So you have your favorite brains, anything you fave yourself will be in here. We have featured brains. So this is like the top brain. In the future, we're going to have like brain of the week. So we'll pick out one every week. That's like the one to try out. And then the other brains are ordered by popularity. So if you've been working with any of the brains here, you can make them popular by upvoting them, by working with them, by using them. Then all brains is going to be here. So when you have the world icon, this is going to show you all of the brains that are made by us here at Team LAIKA to be shared with the public. So I stand by these brains. I made them myself, so they're guaranteed to have a certain level of quality. These are the brains with the little person icon are the ones that are made by the community. So these are all of our community brains. So anyone can make a community brain and have it shared. as long as it goes past a little review process. And then the lock icon is where you have your own private brains. So here you have things that you've made yourself based on works that perhaps you want to try out, but no one else has made any work with yet. So of course I have tons of private brains in here as well. And if you want to train a brain, it's over here on the side, and it's very, very easy to work with. I'm just going to check what Catherine's saying here. It is really strange to get used to, Catherine. Yeah, I have to say, like, the first time I used it was at the start of this week, because that was the first time it started to be usable. And when I first went in, I was like, oh goodness, but this is where all my brains live. And now I already am like, I could not go back. I can't go back to the old way, because I love it. I love the brain library so much. So I'm going to click out of the brain library now and have a little look at the characters. So if we go into the character menu, the character will show us our characters that we have, and we can also create new characters. And so it's all happening here inside of this menu. It's again like a nice little kind of overlay menu. And the cool thing is that we now have the ability to illustrate characters directly inside here, so we can like make a nice character portrait. So here's the Duchess. The Duchess is a doll, and this is our character from last week, Catherine, you might remember from our Alice in Wonderland session. The Duchess is a doll who's selling soup for big prices. She's quite judgmental and a little bit scary. So let's see what Mara's new character profile can create out of that. Whoa. Okay, I have to say, it's getting so much better. Mara's character portraits are really starting to become, yeah, I mean, her fingers, as usual with AI generated imagery, are way off, but she's getting there. She's getting there. Let's see what our second version is. I want to see a few versions of this scary lady. Yeah, Catherine, I know. It's so exciting to see these bits come together. Oh no, I like this Duchess. This is a very good Duchess. She's very cool. Okay, one more, and then we'll move on to the next bit. Okay, this one's a little bit slow. Whoa. Well, she definitely looks judgmental. I feel pretty judged right now already. So yes. So one of the things Mara's going to be doing next is bringing this character portrait so that it's actually happening back here inside of the character menu beside your character picture rather than in the main page. So he's already got that as a to-do, and it's going to happen very soon. And then in the image zone, whenever we go in there, it will actually just create an image based on whatever you've been working with. If you haven't been working on anything, like right there, you saw it was the day my grandmother exploded, then it's going to work with one of the first sentences of a famous novel. So that's from an Ian Banks novel. It was the day my grandmother exploded. So yeah, creepy. Let's get rid of it before we get some kind of nightmare situation going on here. Okay, so that's it. This is our new beautiful Write with LAIKA. And I really, really like it. I love the way everything is inside of the one page and no longer hidden off to the side anymore. So let's find our brain. So we're going to be working today with Katherine Mansfield. So we'll find her. First of all, I think I made her as a private brain. No, I guess I made her as a public brain, so other people can also use her. There it is. The Garden Party by Katherine Mansfield. Ahead of her time story collection, published 100 years ago. Okay, so we are going to get started. So Katherine and Lindsay, I don't know if either of you have ever read any Katherine Mansfield, but I was doing a little bit of reading yesterday, and her stories kind of tend to talk about like people interacting with each other, this kind of like interpersonal relationships, especially in situations where there's all kinds of ways in which you're supposed to act, the ways you're supposed to behave, or like the kind of manners in which you're supposed to exist. And she brings in a lot of like themes around kind of class, around relationships, sexuality, like people just trying to live their own free lives that aren't like completely imprisoned in the way that society is structured. So very, very interesting stuff. Okay, Kat. I'll call you Cat today. We'll go back to Cat, or it will be. You're right. It could be weird. I mean, it's even spelled the same as your name. I've never actually met another Catherine who was spelled with a K. So today, okay, you can go back to Cat for today. So Kat, do you have any interesting starts to get us going? I thought we could basically, last week we did our wild Alice in Wonderland story inside the room that was the size of a tray with the doll who was also a duchess. And today I thought we could actually take perhaps not a garden party, but some other kind of party, and we could perhaps make it futuristic. So, like, we could choose to be working inside of a space that's like maybe something that's like today or in the future, um, and then try and like bring Catherine's vibe into it as well. Oh, a lady must always behave properly. Okay, I like a lady must always behave properly. So let's definitely put that in. Should we set the scene first with like maybe where we are? Because I feel like it could be interesting if we were to bring ourselves into like maybe space or like something futuristic, perhaps some sort of space station or spaceship or something like that, and having a get together and then like talking about propriety. I think would be really interesting. Okay, I'm seeing some spam there in the channel. Unfortunately, I don't have Mar with me today to moderate the spam, so hopefully they just get lost so that we can continue making a good story. Okay, so Kat, what do you think about? Oh no, okay, looks like we're getting more spam. I'm going to go and ask Mar if he can go moderate. One moment. Okay, Mar is going to come and help us out here. Uh, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person who was trying to sell us something to do with their followers. Don't worry. Okay, so Lindsay was saying a space station having a zero gravity party. Okay, let's start with that. Let's get that going first, and then we can move from there. Okay. So let's say on the space station, zero protocol. It's actually kind of cool. I like that. On the space station, zero protocol. Well, they're not really astronauts if they live on a space station, right? They're more like inhabitants. The inhabitants are throwing a zero gravity party. Let's change the zero protocol. I must have taken that from what you were saying there, Lindsay. So, Mar, I think there's just one spam high up at the top. They had a red name, at least for me. Thank you very much for coming to save us. Okay, on the space station, I'm going to call it Kazakh protocol because my old dog was called Kazakh, and he had a strange fascination with the word protocol, so that if you say Kazakh, what's the protocol? He would be like, so my mom would often ask him, Kazakh, what's the protocol? So I think the space station can be called protocol. Okay, here we go. Are throwing a zero gravity party. So we're going to need a heroine, I think. We're going to need a heroine who's going to be our person here. So let's think about our heroine. We're not going to call the heroine Catherine because we have too many Catherines already in the soup. And we're not going to call it the Duchess because that was last week. So perhaps today's character, if anyone has any character suggestions, fling them in. We can call them that. Is she a captain? I don't think she's a captain. I think she's an engineer, but I think she's some sort of really miserable kind of engineer, the sanitary engineer. Luna. Okay, Luna it is. The sanitary engineer, Luna, is getting ready. Is getting ready. Okay, so let's make Luna, first of all. So we go into our character and we will create Luna. So Luna is a sanitary engineer on a space station. She is, let's see, seeing what everyone's saying here. Makes sense given it's a space party. Okay. She is, well, let's say she's outgoing. That's going to be handy for us so that we can actually have her talking to people at this party. She is outgoing, but what? She's outgoing, but she never lets anyone get too close. Okay, so when we say magic here, our character creator is going to think about it's going to use a bunch of different procedural generation and artificial intelligence to scrape through tons and tons and tons of personality traits from lots and lots of different environments to, I'm going to delete the Duchess so that we can have space just for Luna for today. So that it gets things that are likely to be good personality trait stretches for this particular character. Introverted feeling, want to start a business with their best friend, prefers solitary activities. Okay, so I'm going to try a few different versions. Outgoing, friendly, accepting, terribly shy is Isaac. That's not very good. Or the third one, their parent is their best friend, is shy. They flirt with everyone. I quite like that one. I like the idea of somebody who flirts with everyone but never lets anyone get too close. That's kind of interesting. Let's see. Okay, I think a meticulous astronaut. Bloodstained. Okay, they can't wear a bloodstained doctor apron. We have to get a handle on ourselves here, folks, and not have a bloodstained situation. We have bloodstained situations every week. Okay, so this one is Luna. Parent is their best friend, is shy, they flirt with everyone. And I'm going to see what the character looks like, and we'll delete the picture. We just want to have it in our mind. But yes, Mar, this is more support for the character portrait living inside with the character. Okay, a little bit young, probably because of the parent being the best friend thing. Let's see what else there is. Again, a little bit too young for our Luna. Wow, okay. Can we edit? Yes, okay. Luna, the parent is the best friend, is shy, they flirt with everyone. 30 something. 30 years old. Maybe that'll help us out. We'll try it. Yeah, exactly, Kat. They've all been drinking from the fountain of youth. Okay. This is getting more Luna-like. Let's just see. I'm maybe. No, we don't need a Luna hiding in the bushes. Okay, this is Luna. She looks badass. She's wearing a very strange top. It looks like it has a sleeve on the left, but is no sleeve on the right. Into it, very futuristic. Definitely something strange going on with her feet, but that's probably just because she's in the future. So totally normal. So this is our Luna. So let's put Luna in our mind. This is who she is. Okay. So on the space station Kazakh protocol, the inhabitants are throwing a zero gravity party. The sanitary engineer Luna is getting ready. And I think now we shall have a try and see what Katherine has to add to this. Oh my goodness. Why she unzips her white gloves and unzips her black gloves again and holds up a black glove that looks like a dirty boot bag. Okay. There's something in this that's interesting, but I'm not sure it's going to be the most interesting thing. the edge of the inflatable pool. The music from the loudspeaker is deafening and the band starts playing. Okay, I like this. This is very much what I want in my zero gravity party. Or her black elastic trouser legs and tucks them into her black elastic booty. Maybe this one makes the most sense. I mean, the first one, there's too many gloves going on, and I'm not sure about the dirty boot bag. I like the band called Cyril playing, and she's getting ready. So I like that she's getting ready at the inflatable pool. How does an inflatable pool work in a zero gravity party? Is something we should really consider. So yes, Blob does gaming. What we do is basically we work with writewithlaika.com, and on Fridays, we use our tool to use a different brain from a different writer every week, and we generate AI writing, and to make a story together. So like participative, everyone in the chat gets to have their say on what we do and where the story goes and how it works out. And we choose. So every time we basically make a suggestion here, we can alternate through 3 different options. So we pick what we like, and then we keep typing ourselves, and we basically end up making something out of it. So that's the idea. That's what we work on here. So please do have your ideas. You already gave us the Luna, so very nice. Okay, so Kat, I'm going to ask you to be our tiebreaker here. Are we into the inflatable pool with Cyril? Or are we going to have her getting dressed with the elastic trousers and the booties? Because I am feeling like I like both of them. Gotta explore the pool. You got it. Okay, the pool it is. So she stands, I'm going to say she stands at the edge of the inflatable pool because that just feels a bit better to me. And look at that, Kat. Martin has implemented this thing that I believe you yourself wished for once upon a time, which is the writing colour is the correct colour. At the edge of the inflatable pool, the music blaring from the loudspeaker is deafening, and the band. I'm just going to neaten that up a little bit because it's, the band, Cyril, start to play. Okay. So the pool, I'm thinking about the pool. What can we even do about this pool? Let's maybe explore the pool. Yes, the can of worms is looking great. And this is what this pool is going to be because I'm already seeing it happening in the zero gravity, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. Okay. But what I think we need is for her to either have some sort of flirtation with somebody or move towards having some sort of hostile encounter with somebody. These are the kind of things that happen in the Katherine Mansfield stories. Hostile or non-hostile interactions. Okay, so their music is good. Full of Grepar, Hotin, and Filabinum. These are futuristic music types, by the way, just so you know. Change start to starts. Yes, and the band starts to play. Thank you, Lindsay. On it. Okay, and the band starts to play. Their music is good, and these are definitely words, so I'm adding them to the dictionary. Full of, this is exactly what music in the future is like. Okay, Luna. Luna sways with the tunes, casting her eyes, casting her glittered eyes around the party, looking to see if, now what is this guy going to be? Or girl or somebody, tell me who's the love interest, somebody give me, or the hate interest, we don't know yet, but who does Luna's eyes alight upon that makes us excited? Can be anyone. Dun 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 dun. I'm going to write X for now and wait for somebody to give me a good name, which I will then use. If X have to make up my own name. I give it 3 more seconds, and then I make up my own name. Okay, it's Viola. Looking to see if Viola is present. Viola? Willis. Okay, Lindsay, you win. It's Willis. Secret lover. Willis is present. Okay, so let's figure out who Willis is. We need to add a Willis. So Willis is the secret lover. Willis, I wrote Willis weirdly, of course. Willis is the secret lover of Luna. He works in the florist shop of the space station, where he cultivates glorious bouquets out of astro moss and lunar rock. Okay, so I feel like I like Willis so far. What has he got going on? Okay. Oh, birthmark of the sun on their wrist. Lives in an insane asylum. And a strong appreciation of various art forms and natural wonders. Okay. I like this. Let's see what else there is. Young person, boring. Hides a scheming and unstable demeanor that can resurface at any time. In love with a member of a rival family. Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe they're a rival family. Exuberant lovers of life, people, and material comforts. Okay, so far I'm loving this because I cannot resist an unstable demeanor that can resurface at any time. Secretive, wants to tinker. Okay, unless somebody has a strong feeling. I mean, yeah, the birthmark of the sun is really good, but scheming and unstable demeanor, Kat. I need the scheming and unstable demeanor. And I'm going to copy this because let's see what it gives us for the picture first, and then we might edit it to add in the piece that we put into. Oh yeah. Oh good. This is great. This is a fantastic Willis. I don't think we even need to try something else. Willis definitely looks like he's hiding a scheming and unstable demeanor. That's true, Kat, we can. He's very brooding, and I feel like I actually can almost see the sun on his wrist there, but it's a tattoo rather than a birthmark. Okay, so I think this is Willis, and very nice. He's not hiding it all that well. No, it's quite out there. And I like how they're both black and white, the portraits. It's very, yeah, I can really see Luna and Willis looking at each other across this party. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So I'm going to kill this now and we'll get back to the story. And let's see what Katherine has to offer us for the next piece. Okay. Yes, there is him. He stands on the platform, twiddling his foot, apron hanging down over his hat. Luna giggles and points with her fork, but it is too late. Okay, very mysterious, very strange. Yes, there he is. He's always present. Why does he have to listen to such music? Okay. Or, yes, he is. But he says among the others, we shall see about that. Okay, I think the first one has to be the one. And I'm going to change there is him to there he is because, I mean, we want to try and work with the grammar that is given to us instead of the grammar that LAIKA likes to go with sometimes. Yes, there he is. Okay. So I'm going to bring us down to the next line. Willis stands on the platform over the pool, twiddling one foot. His florist apron still on. Luna giggles. And waves at him with her fork. I don't think it's too late. There's no too late yet. We're only on the second paragraph. We can't be too late for anything yet. So I think we'll keep going a little bit further first. Okay, Willis stands on the platform over the pool, twiddling one foot, his flower-stayed apron still on. Luna giggles and waves at him with her fork. He sees her and raises one eyebrow, as if to say, well, no, maybe he just raised one eyebrow. We don't need to tell everybody everything. And raises one eyebrow. He saunters over. Let's see what happens. Already know that I'm going to want to generate an image of her waving with a fork. Yeah, I think that might be one of the pictures we generate. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. He saunters over, sits down and takes out a crumpled up newspaper. I mean, just as a reminder, we're in a zero gravity party, thanks to Lindsay, and we now have a pool, an inflatable pool. So if you can imagine the kind of scenario where there's an inflatable pool in zero gravity, there's going to be water everywhere. So this crumpled up newspaper business, very strange. Busy as a twig, Wyatt, busy as a twig. Mrs. Crane, I quite like busy as a twig. There's something nice about busy as a twig. Maybe we can keep that, but let's see. He saunters over, picks up a box of pink tissue paper and holds it up tightly as a feather in a bonnet. Snip, snap. Okay, interesting and strange. And the third one, a swerve across the lawn. Gives a shy little laugh. Wants to introduce you to Lola the baby. The baby? I'm going to see what Kat's saying over here. I imagine it's like a bouncy castle enclosed. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, okay. I like that image. I'm sticking with that. That's now how it is. That's what's actually happening. Okay. So we'll start. So, okay, the baby. Lola the baby. I'm not sure about the baby. Although the baby could take us in some very interesting directions. And I like busy as a twig, and I like tightly as a feather in a bonnet. How can we hold on to these things? Busy as a twig. Let's keep busy as a twig. I'm not so sure about the Lola baby. I don't think it's very exciting to have a baby on a space station. So let's stick with this one. So he saunters over, sits down, and tells Luna how he's been. Busy as a twig, babe. Busy as a twig. I want to introduce you to Lola the baby. Yes, indeed. It's very weird and very cool. Okay, I'm loving busy as a twig because, I mean, maybe a twig is quite busy, but I'm getting the feeling that a twig is not busy. I'm getting the feeling that Willis, by the way, Willis is a florist, so his using twig-based metaphors is very relevant to his character and very useful. So thank you for that, LAIKA. Tells Luna how he's been. Busy as a twig, babe, busy as a twig. He sips his cocktail and bee. What do you mean bee, Lindsay? I'm too dumb today to get that. Busy. Oh, is it busy as a bee, you mean? Like busy as a bee. Like being busy as a twig, but actually busy. He sips his cocktail and brushes a few stray astro orchid petals from his apron. Sippy cups. Okay, Lindsay, I really like this. I feel like you're bringing something in here and you're not telling us where it goes. So that's even more exciting because now we need to figure out where to place this bee and what it's going to be. And brushes a few stray astro orchid petals from his apron. narrowly missing being stung by the bee that was resting in them. Okay. In sippy cups, yeah, he sips his cocktail and brushes a few stray aster orchid petals from his apron, narrowly missing being stung by the bee that was resting in them. Bzz, bzz. Warns the bee. Before okay. So now we have the bee. The bee exists, the bee is in the space station. I'm going to ask Katherine Mansfield what happens now, because I think it's going to be very strange and it's probably going to follow the bee, but let's see what happens. Music comes to a halt. Oh my god, he's got his hands clasped behind his back, but also behind his ears. How is that happening? He's doing some really weird contortioning. Okay, you want to bring along a friend, and Marion lights a cigarette. Lighting a cigarette in a space station in a bouncy castle that's also an inflatable pool. Marion. Avenue, gentlemen, an open bar with a coat tie waiting for you. Here, gentlemen, is my suit. Here, gentlemen, is my umbrella. Okay. How does zero gravity affect the bee's flight? This is an excellent question, Nancy. How would zero gravity affect the bee's flight? Warns the bee before it buzzes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I feel like we've gone too far to address the zero gravity bee flight, considering that we now have moved on to the other party goer, space bees. So we've got this gentleman who has a suit and an umbrella, or we've got the middle-aged middle-class man. I think he could be an interesting person coming in. Or we've got Marion lighting a cigarette and bringing Luna. So I think our choices here are either a middle-aged middle-class man. I told you already that Katherine Mansfield is very into class, so I'm not surprised that she's bringing this in. But we have this man interrupting the party. So the music's going to stop and the man interrupts the party. That's one thing. Or we have Luna's friend Marion appearing and basically, I guess, telling her that she needs to come with her and she wants to bring a friend. So do we want to go with middle-aged middle-class man or Marion? I'm open to suggestion, very open to suggestion. Okay, but no one's gonna take it home for me. Okay, I'm gonna choose. You want to bring along a friend to Marion, and she lights a cigarette. I quite like the cigarette. Yeah, let's go with Marion. We'll go with Marion. And buzzes off to bother another party goer. It's Luna's friend. Best friend, Marion. Who swats the bee into oblivion. And then whispers in Luna's ear. We need to go. You'll want to bring along a friend too. And then leans over to Luna's ear. Whispers, Marion. Who swats the bee into the beach? You want to bring along a friend too, whispers Marion, and she lights a cigarette. Okay, so Marion is telling us that it's time to leave the party. Something is happening. Marion is likely not in favour of our brooding boy Willis. Indeed. That wraps up the bee presence. Indeed, Lindsay. getting too stressed about my lack of knowledge of zero gravity and how it interacts with the general flora and fauna of the space station. So the bee was just one complication too many. And now into the smoke. How does smoking work in zero gravity? Marion is clearly a force to be reckoned with. So let's see. We need to go. You'll want to bring along a friend too, says Marion. She likes a cigarette. And like you said, Kat, we want to get rid of this Willis. But ditch that chump Willis. We don't need him where we're going. Okay, this is now, something's going to happen. Okay. So let's see, we've had the busy as a twig, babe, busy as a twig. The bee happens. I'm going to make this a new paragraph. Bzz, bzz, when's the bee? Let's just make that italics. Oh, that's nice. Italics gets rid of the spell check. Good to know. I think that's a bug, but it's a fine bug by me. Okay, so now we've got Marion and we've got Luna. Willis, the secret lover, is basically not in the space anymore. And Marion. Oh, let's see what Marion's up to. Let's make a character for Marion. Okay, so Marion is Luna's best friend. She is a mysterious lady who smokes in all occasions. She is not a fan of Willis. Oh, okay, good idea, Kat. Let's see if Willis gets to say goodbye. Don't let me forget that when we get back out. Okay, Marion. Let's see what you got. Marion. Dreams of discovering a new kind of alchemy. Always seen wearing black and tends to lose her tempers quickly. Okay, I love this. I love Marion. Marion is currently my favorite character. Oh, Willis changed the birthmark of the sun. Okay, so let's see. Oh, this is a bug. I've just found a bug, Mar. I will show it to you later. Okay, so Marion, we've got alchemy or a mystical being in the local forest. Well, actually, that could actually be, since we're leaving the party because we need to do something. It could either be alchemy or it could be a mystical being. They smell like tobacco. Don't force their opinions or values on others. No, that's not my Marion. Prefers to be hated rather than liked. Okay. So it's kind of between alchemy or the mysterious creature walking into the forest. And I think the alchemy is good. I think let's stick with the alchemy. The alchemy is good. And let's draw a Marion before we move on. Just want to see what she looks like. Oh, yeah, Marion. Very scary. Very mysterious. Oh, this is Marion. Look at her. The way her hand is caught in her hair and also the way the finger is so long. Yes, Marion. Yes, this is my Marion. I really like her. Okay, so I can see her imperiously arriving. This is actually probably she's taking a cigarette out from behind her ear to smoke imperiously at the party. Look at her beautiful eyebrow. Okay, Marion. I love Marion. So we want to say goodbye from Willis before we move on. Yes, second Marion is so good. Okay. So, yes, glorious at Marion, isn't she, Mar? Okay, so Willis. Willis downs his cocktail and says goodbye. I'm exhausted, thank you. Or don't forget to write to me when you've had a drink. Okay, that's good. That's a good thing for Willis to say. I can feel it. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted as much from this party as you are, and I'm going to bed. Okay, I like Willis wanting her to give him another call when she's had a drink. So yeah. a right even. Yeah, it's like, this is the nice thing about space and the past, is that nobody's calling on the phone. They're either writing a letter or sending a text. So it's perfect, really perfect. Don't forget to write me when you've had a drink. Marion narrows her eyes and pulls Luna to the door. I've been growing something, she says. Something strange, like a rock, only more so. Let's see what happens next. I'm taking the pen away. Okay, imagines the band playing. Okay, she shuts the door. Darling little rock. Willis stairs, darling little rock. Oh, something very unsettling there in that set of sentences. Suitable home for us. Okay, I think we go for this one and edit it quite a bit. Okay, so she leads Luna out to the extension, the laboratory extension. And shuts the door behind her. Without warning, the door opens and shuts again. Door bangs. Silence. Okay, let's forget about the band part for now, because it's a little bit beside the plot that we're working towards. The door bangs. Silence. Okay. Marion walks over to her experiments bench, where an athanor sits, curling green smoke into the air. Okay, let's see what happens. The noise is deafening. Oh wow, this is cool. Okay. Whoops. Oh no, I changed the wrong thing. Whoops. The door, without warning, the door opens and shuts again. The door bangs. Okay, that was it. That's okay. This is the one I want to see what happens to. She kneels forward and sucks out its leaves, and sucks in the air, and sucks in the smoke. Okay, so maybe she's not just smoking cigarettes here. Maybe she's doing something a little bit more interesting. Okay, oh, a tall, thin fellow in the corner who breathes intensely. Okay, I'm kind of between the smoke warning us and the athanor lighting a match. No, we can't resist. It's got to be the tall, thin fellow in the corner. It's just too perfect. In the corner, a tall, thin fellow, his hands thrust in his jacket pockets, breathes intensely. He looks Luna up and down, then slowly shuts his eyes and begins to hum. Who can resist the mysterious tall thin fellow? Exactly, not me. But we need to kind of bring it towards some sort of resolution here soon. The time just flies here. I don't know how it goes so fast. I just love making these stories so much. Okay. And begins to hum. So let's see. Marion brought her here to show her the thing she's growing in the Athenor, which is smoking wildly. But there's also this tall, thin fellow. Oh, I wonder if he is the thing. Who are you? Marion asked the tall, thin fellow. And he answered. In a small voice, Lord only knows. He answered in a strange voice, I am Ethel Maitland. He answered, smiling broadly, I am Ethel, your honoured guest. Okay, so is he Ethel? It definitely thinks he wants to be Ethel, but I like he answered in a small voice, Lord only knows. No worries, Lindsay. It's a drop in, drop out affair. Just whenever you feel like being here. Okay, it is very Alice in Wonderland, isn't it, Kat? It's kind of, I'm already thinking we're about to enter the tiny room the size of a tray. But I like, and he answered in a small voice, Lord only knows. Marion frowned, and then noticed that his coattails were the same colour as the strange substance bubbling away in the Athenor. The tall, thin fellow moved like glass, like silk, like something inhuman. Towards Luna. She looked into his eyes and she saw a strange, frightened smile. Okay. Okay, his eyes deep blue with little green pupils, extremely creepy. Or a strange, frightened smile. I don't know how we do it, Kat. Every time we manage to take it down a rabbit hole. I kind of like the silver powder box. Yeah. And saw a strange, frightened smile. She looked into his eyes and saw a strange, frightened smile. Then she looked away and quickly took a small silver powder box out of her back pocket. She opened the powder box and blew the contents right into his face. He collapsed immediately. His eyes were big and glassy as a raisin. And then she took a bite of the raisin. Okay. And the doctor pressing him to the earth, and the others following, and the sea shaking, and the sky blue with a single starry star above. There's something really beautiful in that. And the little gentleman raised his eyebrows and went back to his breakfast. I'm exhausted. Okay, so So my feeling about this guy is that he's not actually a person at all, that he is some kind of physical manifestation of the alchemy that Marion has been up to in her laboratory. And that Luna perhaps either recognizes the danger of him or recognizes the need to harness his power or something like that. Just some, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what should happen next after he collapses. If anyone wants to tell me, please do. Not this one, but the glassy raisin eyes, or there's something so nice here. The others following. Yeah, this is the one. Unless someone writes something, I'll change it back. But if no one writes anything, then I'm going to say, yeah, he collapsed immediately. Also going to change we've actually been in present tense the whole time, so I'm just going to fix these to be present tense also. Oops. She looks into his eyes. She sees. Then she looks away and quickly takes she opens the powder box and blows the contents right into his face. He collapses immediately. And as the powders swirl around the room and mingle with the dense smoke from the athanor, the others follow. The others follow. And see infinite potentials in the swirling smoke, the sea shaking, and the sky blue with a single starry star above. Okay, so last bit. I've got to take it home in one sentence, basically. The sea shaking and the sky blue with a single starry star above. Oh, maybe Willis can save them. I think Willis could do that. He knows about plants. He's a florist, so he could come upon them and save them with his plant knowledge. Yes, yes. They lie there for what seems like forever, but is really only the length of time it takes for a bee to traverse a twig. Willis bursts into the room, the laboratory. Yes, Willis is back. He's back, baby. Willis bursts into the laboratory, then rushes over to where Luna lies in a deep slumber. Using his orchid petals, Marshmalberry twigs, and his keen know-how. Again, the bee and the twig, yeah. He sucks her eyes open. No, Willis, that's not how you save a girl. Now this is more like it, Willis. This is much more like it. Okay, no eye sucking is going to happen today. We're trying to keep it cool. Okay. He slowly draws the sleeping girl out of her dream world to where she is safe and sound in the arms of her lover. Okay. Okay, so Willis has brought back Luna, and I think that's all he's going to do. I don't think he's going to bring back the other guy, the tall, thin fellow. I don't think he's going to bring back Marion because Marion was so mean to him. So I think that might be it. The pair stagger out of the laboratory and return to the party. There's always more fun to be had. Okay. Willis gives no second chances. Willis is as busy as a twig. And what was the other thing? As tight as a feather in a bonnet. That's our Willis. That's our Willis. Okay, so I'm feeling like this is pretty nice. Oh, now we need to add our things to the dictionary. Oops. Bzz. Okay, so Kazakh Protocol, the band, the Luna, the Willis, the Marion, the tall thin fellow with the Athanor and the jacket pockets. Athanor is totally a word, please. It's alchemical equipment, Google. Okay, and this is our fellow. And Willis saves Luna. Okay, so this is our story for today. I hope you have enjoyed making it here with me. I really appreciated all of the input. I think it's always so fun when we bring in things like Willis, Luna, the bee, and the way things work, because that makes it something that we made together, and it was not me and was not LAIKA, but only something that only these people can make in only this time. So that makes me very happy. So with that, I think we should stagger out of the laboratory and return to the party, because there's always more fun to be had. And yes, it'd be lovely to see you again, Lindsay. Would really enjoy to have you on board for another story. So I think that's it for today. And with that, I will download the story and save it so that Mara can read it later and enjoy. And that's it for today. So thanks so much, folks. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks, Kat. Thanks, Blob. I don't like calling you Blob, but that was your only name that you gave us. So thanks for being here with us, and see you all next time. Bye.